Strawberry shortcake. When you think of a cake, that's what you picture. I carry a plate of homemade strawberry shortcake over to my teacher. That does look like delicious cake. Here goes. She solemnly digs her fork into it, slicing from a moist sponge and fresh cream. Then she lifts a neatly cut piece spellbindingly up to her lips and... This doesn't taste much like... Oh. My shoulders slump. No fail, huh? Bye. Working on a scarf for a little while now. That's not unlike me at all. Seeing the knitting needles and my ball of yarn sitting atop my chair whenever I return to my room, it still gives me a laugh. It's like something you find in a shoujo manga. The so-called girly things I actually like, but I realise I don't exactly jibe my image. So that's what makes me snigger. Still. In for a penny, in for a pound, I say. Once I made up my mind to go all in for a birthday, I got thinking what I actually need. I'm already working diligently on a present. Who says that? And I realised I wouldn't do to not have a cake for a birthday girl too. So I decided that alongside my gift I'd also prepare a cake. Yuzuriha Senpai, are you listening? I snapped out my train of thought by someone shaking my arm. Guess I was trying to avoid thinking about my very real failure just now. Oh yeah, sorry, I was almost half listening. Almost half? How much is that exactly? We're talking percentages. I get my attention at 2 or 3%. That's why I listen half. Apologise again, shaking my head to try to clear away the cobwebs that must have built up as I was concentrating. But in fact I'm not improved to gym even after so much practice. I feel like I'm cursed or something. But you learned to bake with a sponge perfectly. She's right. Perfecting a base sponge has been a long, arduous journey, full of ups and downs, but I managed it. And after that, I only had to add the cream, but somehow I still managed to mess it up. I tried for a bite myself. The sponge is perfectly springy. All that for practice paid off, no problemo. But with cream, there's no sweetness at all. Guess art reflects life after all. Don't worry, no one gets it right on the first try. We'll take things one step at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. When I wondered out loud if that's really true, Ichigo-kun chimes in her agreement. Why are you making shortcake now? Today's Italian month. According to a cooking club schedule, this month is dedicated to making Italian food. I'm well aware of that. Wanted to bake a cake for Nerene's birthday, I'd begged Sakuraki-gun, the club president, to give me special permission to make a cake instead. Well, what is it? The Sasaki sisters and Suoh-kun's eyes are searching mine for truth. Might be able to dupe the twins even if I hesitate for too long, but Suoh-kun is another matter. My little brother's birthday's coming up and I want to send him a homemade cake. Really? Sibling in sentiment, I see. Convinced by my explanation, May nod and I silently apologise to my brother for using him as an excuse. I'll give him a massage when I'm back home. You've really got to master this for your little bro. Yeah, have some leftover sponge, so let's whip up some cream. I know about this time. Give Ichigo a dubious look as she grabs a bowl. There's only really one way to make it, so why don't you let Ichigo-san walk you through it? Looks like she has my teacher's endorsement. I really like how she's improved herself. Okay then, let's whip this cream into shape. Resolved to face my cream issues head on. The recipe is simple enough. All you need is fresh cream and granulated sugar. As far as equipment goes, you just need a big bowl filled with ice water to cool it. Cream must be cold as you whip it, otherwise the fat will separate and end up grainy rather than the smooth consistency you want. Yeah, you want sweetened cream rather than butter. Went wrong last time, I was not adding enough sugar, which meant it wasn't sweet enough. Turned out grainy too because I over whipped it. Probably can happen even if you keep the temperature down. Must it? My cream is just about at the soft peak stage. I scoop it up and whisk, slice smoothly down and back into a bowl, so to be quickly absorbed into the rest of it. Not quite. Just a little bit longer, you can do it, Yuzuriha Senpai. I'll keep going and try not to overdo it. I resume whipping. Till now I've been holding the bowl at an angle and moving the whisk from side to side. Now the cream is starting to thicken, I draw an oval shape through it, folding air into the liquid. Just how my teacher taught me. I persist in my close quarters battle of the cream. After a while, ask a nearby Ichigo-kun if it's ready. Indeed. Now that it takes form stiff peaks, it's time to spread it on my cake. Just like I've done before, spread the semi-solidified cream onto the surface of a sponge. I'm good at this part. I'm finished in no time. It's back to whip some more creamy ass. You said your brother's a good soccer player, right? Yeah, it's not really the academic sort. But he's great at sports. Soccer seems to be his favourite. I think he's aiming to go to university on a sports scholarship. Wow, that's amazing. So he's good at sports in general. Did he try a bunch of different ones? Can't help but laugh as I recall the unbelievable reasoning behind his decision. He told me it's because David Luiz came to him in a dream and convinced him they had to play together. Wow, that's one reason to do something. I suppose it doesn't really matter what we love or aspire to as long as we really have something. But I come back to a cream and forming stiff peaks. Cream complete, now it's left to stick it in a piping bag and do the decorating. Before that, I scoop up some cream from a bowl using my finger and lick it off. Sweet. Is it a success? Following my lead, Ichigo-kun also scoops up some cream and licks it from her finger. She immediately grimaces. It certainly is sweet. Yeah, it looks like you used too much sugar. I'm measuring the amount so carefully, I feel the heavy weight of a failure settle on my shoulders. But this time it wasn't grainy. That's an improvement. Yeah, I guess. It's nice she's encouraging me, and I manage to smile despite the heavy burden. Ichigo-kun scoops another blob of cream and eats it. You know, the first taste was really sweet, but actually on second thoughts, maybe it's not too much. With that, she reaches into the bowl again, holds her index finger out to me. Maybe. Liquid cream from a dainty finger and it really is too sweet. What do you think? She seems restless, a tone filled with concern for me. Not bad. Yatsushiro Senpai? Huh? My teacher tugs at my sleeve and, at her urging, I look around us. That was careless of me. The other cooking club members are shooting us sidelong glances, their faces flushed. I already felt Ichigo could have been laying it on a bit thick recently. I tell myself that again, what a rash act it was. No one will end up having to lie and hurt someone now again, like I did at sunset-lit greenhouse. Yuzuriha Senpai? It's really coming together. I've got to do something to thank you, Ichigo-kun. No, all three of you. To thank us? You really don't need to. Sis. Ichigo-kun beckons her over, whispers into her ear. Ichigo-kun's face suddenly lights up and makes me wonder what she could possibly have suggested. I have one request. I'm so embarrassed, Suoh-kun whimpers. She squirms, her pale skin flushing as I take her measurements. Her request had been for me to help them make their costumes. When I heard we had prepared with patterns but hadn't yet taken any measurements, I had to split into pairs to take care of it. You should count yourself lucky, Suoh-chan. Percy, I can't wait for my turn. Can we really not do this ourselves? Usually you need two people. There's way too much to accomplish on your own. But since that involves trying on measuring an existing outfit, you need to have something equivalent already. I see. Pretty sure she doesn't have anything similar on hand, so he couldn't seem disappointed. Look for me then, that means an excuse to run my hands all over the Academy's #1 hottie. Oh, I'm looking forward to his reaction face. Yatsushiro senpai, Okay, that was worth a wait. Careful, if you move too much, my hands really end up somewhere. You don't want them. Okay, hips next. Do you have to? We'll take measurements of your waist and hips. I'm totally jealous of your figure. Even with the widest point of her hip, she's still so slim. It's positively frightening. Are we done? Now I get where everyone's looking. After class, the textiles room is packed with students preparing for Halloween, and all of their gazes focus on Suoh and her enviable figure. Well, that's part of it, but I think they're also envious that she's being measured by you, Yatsushiro senpai. Anyway, that's the much anticipated bust, waist, hip measurements done. Does that mean we've finished? Hold your horses. We still need to measure your hemline, sleeve length, and your inseam. Suoh's expression shifted after a tragic hero bravely resigned to go to his death. I put my hand on her back. Don't move. To determine your hemline, we measure this from this bone at the back of your neck down to your waist. I trail my hand down her slender back, chuckling at the way she trembles slightly. Will be enough to awake anyone's sadistic side. Ringo-kun, who's been watching me with great interest, suddenly pipes up. Yatsushiro senpai, did you know there's a rumour going around about this room? A rumour? No, I haven't heard anything. You know how some girls who aren't very good at sewing have been staying here until really late at night working on Halloween costumes, right? Ah yes, I'm being told off for working here past lights out last year. Okay, see you alone next. Bend your elbows slightly for me. As I instruct Suoh-kun to loosen up her limbs, I glance at Ringo-kun to encourage her. There's a rumour going around that when one girl was here late at her own, she suddenly felt a presence in the room with her. And when she looked up, she saw herself staring back at her. Well, it must have been a reflection. Even as I say it, I remember there aren't any mirrors in the room. I've heard it too. Sounds like she must have had a doppelganger to me. Ah, so you know about doppelgangers too, sis. Keeping an eye on me increasingly incited twins beside me, I measure Suoh-kun's other arm. Doppelganger. I've heard of that word before. You know about them too, Yatsushiro senpai? She'll like that response. I stopped what I'm doing, searching for my memories. I'm sure I've read the word in Akutagawa's short story. It was 2 letters? That's right. Well remembered. It's that university professor who keeps seeing himself and his wife. Akutagawa said he'd once seen his own doppelganger too. You know, once in Imperial Theatre and once in Ginza. I'm not sure it's a good idea to chat so casually about something like this right when something of the sort actually happened. Huh? Twice on the moon, I pushed my hand dangerously close to Suoh-kun's no-go zone as I moved to measure her inseam. Senpai? Plus, as she tries to twist away, my fingers drift even further into a danger zone. She really shrinks back and smiles to reassure her I don't really have any ulterior motives. Your inseam is the length from your crotch down to your ankle. Sorry about this. Force myself to stay cool and collected and continue measuring. Wise she is, my teacher refrains from making any further movements, although she's still trembling slightly. I could do this in my sleep, but now feeling that sadistic urge to well up again. Now my eyes acting like I'm having trouble with it. And although she's taken in place, Suoh remains gallantly fixed in place. When I sneak a peek up her face, I see it was just flushed crimson to the very tips of her ears. Such a nice girl, she probably thinks it'd be rude to block me off or hurry me when I appear to be taking it so seriously. I consider this as a side perk of a job, but realising I'm probably pushing it a bit too far, I smile widely to myself and finish it up. So someone saw her double in this room, huh? Reminds me of stories about the 7 mysteries. Seeing she has so many my full intention, Ringo sticks her finger in the air authoritatively. Indeed. But to have seen her own double here in the textiles room, in the dormitory building, you know? It's being suggested that supernatural phenomena work as shapeshifter of the dorms. Shapeshifter of the dorms? Suoh stares off into a distance, and though this is some particular meaning for her. Well, this is one of 7 mysteries. A shapeshifter is said to be a spirit or apparition. It can change its shape at will to anything it wants. I see. It can take the form of anything it wants. It could even, in theory, appear as a copy of you yourself. Indeed, des. I nod. Logic follows. Hey! Why don't we try to solve the mystery with shapeshifter ourselves? Ichigo-san? In a bubbling excitement, I think back on when I was working here at night. A copy of yourself, huh? Wonder how I'd look in my own eyes. In my mind's eye, I see a vision of myself void of expression. The self-derisive image caused me a cynical smile to tug at the corners of my lips. Salt is good, but if salt has lost its taste, how should its saltiness be restored? That's a very good question, and we'll find out next time, shall we? Bye-bye.